What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 54 Yards. And y'all know what week it is, man. It's Red River Week. Yes, the best. We do say that over here. Maybe a little biased, but the best rivalry in college football. Um, this year will be my first time in attendance at the game. Cam's been before, and he said that there's nothing like it. It doesn't compare. Neutral site, split down the middle, 50-50. You know, you got your OU fans on one side, the Texas fans on the other, and it's just a beautiful sight to see. Um, it's one of your few games that is at a neutral site and that is split down the field 50-50. Usually all your other games are home and homes, one team's, I guess, home and away. So one
Yeah.
team's home, the other team's away, and um, hey, if you're a visiting fan, good luck getting a ticket. Well, this game, you got some pretty good odds going to your game, and you know where it's at every year,
100%.
and you can plan for it and make a little weekend out of it. You got the state fair going on and whatnot, but it is Red River Week. We are here. Big game. Um, Sounds like Mateer's playing. From what I've just seen, I haven't really talked too much about it, but I mean, just from what's seen on social media and everything, it sounds like he's a good to go. So
No one's gonna know until kickoff. That's what's gonna happen. You can have an
yeah,
idea what's gonna happen, but nobody's gonna know
for sure,
until kickoff.
for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
if I
like
had to give it,
go ahead.
I'd probably give 80% right now off of what I know. That's probably where
That's
I
a
put
good
it at,
percentage.
80%. That's a good percentage.
It's high
The thing
percentage.
is, I'm not even worried about him. I'm not even worried about him really playing at all. Like, I'm not worried about him re-injuring it. A lot of this procedure is kind of known as like a seatbelt procedure, to where it makes it really hard for something like this to happen again, especially because he'll have metal in that thumb. My only issue is, I know the run game is a big part of what he likes to do. So I'm not really concerned about him throwing the ball. I'm concerned about him running and getting hit on that hand. I think that's more of where you can look into like the re-injury aspect. However,
So
hey
what
man,
did he tear a ligament in the thumb? And
no,
that's
he just had a hairline fracture on his thumb. And they just put 3 screws in it, and basically like right here, just like along here, they
mm-hmm.
just put 3 screws in it right there, and was good to go. Similar injury of what Golf and Love had, and but they came back a lot sooner. Like, I think Golf came back in like 12 days, and I think Love came back in like 6 or 7 days, and they both played in playoff games. So, like I said, I mean, I think you'll play. There's a lot of people that don't really understand. They're like, oh, it'd be dumb. Oklahoma played him for a chance for him to re-injure. I look at it like this: if the staff feels like there's a chance, or a very high chance, for him to get hurt again, and they know the gauntlet they know they have a team that's capable of pushing for the playoffs, they're not going to risk it. They're smarter than that. They're not going to risk it. Obviously, it's a big, massive game, but now in today's day and age in college football, you got to just think like the NFL. Essentially, you got to treat this season like you're going to have multiple times to potentially lose. It's okay to, you know, actually manage your season properly. But I think he'll play just because he's from Little Elm. I mean, this game means a lot to him, like I've said in the past, and I want him to play. I want both teams to be, quote unquote, at their fullest or healthy. So I would like for him to play, and I'm going to be there in person with Carlos. I want for us to both be able to see one of the best players in college in person. It would be it would kind of suck. Like, obviously it would be so fun. Obviously, Red River is Carlos's first time, but like, you do want to see like it for what it is. Like kind of like the first year I went, where it was DJ versus Quinn. Everyone was healthy,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, it's looking forward to it. Um, I guess we'll just kind of go straight into it, man. It's quick turnaround to have success on the O line if that's something that we would like to do. It's not something
Mhm.
that's going to happen on a 7 day notice, or I guess a 4 or 5 day notice. And I think that's where this game is kind of gonna be won on both ends. Um, right now, with the way that our O line is looking and with the way your D line is looking, I think I think it might be a long one. I think I don't know. I don't know how much better you can get on the offensive side of the ball, as in like the line when it comes to the penalties this quick. And I know it's going to be loud. I've never been, but I mean I already assume that is loud, especially when we're on you know towards the end zone or on the OU side of the ball, field or Texas side of the field. Like it's always going to be loud, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
can we fix the penalties this game is the biggest thing. Um, starting trying to start with positive yards each drive. Uh, Not a lot of three and outs. I think that's a lot of keys to victory. Controlling, not even controlling the clock, because I mean you're a team that can score fast. I mean I guess you control the clock, keep the ball away, but even then it's like
Mm-hmm.
say we take off 9 minutes of the clock and y'all go and score. We go and score, and then there's a minute and a half y'all scored already. Like y'all have that kind of potential. So it's like I don't know, man. I just think we need to stay ahead of the chains, keep the penalties from happening on first downs. You know, like make those to a minimum. The first and 15s, first and 20s kill us, man. They'll kill a majority of teams. So we can just keep that to a minimum. I would love that. Running game's got to get going. We'll see how that looks, especially against that defensive line. I think, hey, maybe the game here might be the run game. You know, maybe that might be the difference maker in the game. Y'all struggled running the ball offensively. We struggled running the ball offensively. You know, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
I think that's always going to be. I mean, usually in the Red River, like it's always the team that has the breakthrough in the run game usually wins. For the most part, that's usually kind of how it always is. Um, I think we have struggled in the run game in the past, but I think it's starting to hit its stride at the perfect time. So we'll just kind of see how that plays out, see what it looks like. I think
I don't know, man.
Florida late.
You was cussing out DeMarco Murray the other week.
He just doesn't play the guys, man. You got to play the guys. Like he has his own philosophy, whatever it is. All the running backs that come into Oklahoma, they seem to get worse over time. And I think somebody mentioned it, in my little group. They mentioned they were like they think DeMarco tries to make these running backs to NFL like tries to like make them just an NFL type of running back, and it hinders their natural running style because Carlos, when you watch running backs play, you look at your team right now with Texas. All of those running backs run uniquely. They're all different in their run style. They all have a
You
certain
can't,
way of how they get
yeah.
their yards. You can't change how a running back gets their yards and gets downhill. I think what you do with running backs is you got to coach up the things that they don't do well, like pass blocking, maybe like reading stuff, things of that nature. But I think that just like natural instinct running backs have, you can't try to coach that out of them or change things because then that makes them kind of robotic in a sense. And that's honestly how our running backs have looked outside of Ott when he got the ball. Like Ott looks like a natural running back, made people miss on his own, wasn't just running straight and then getting tackled on the first sense of contact. Um, but yeah, to your point, man, I think whoever runs the ball well in this game will kind of take over the game. I think where y'all kind of where y'all have a good chance to kind of create some explosives is Arch is really good at throwing the ball downfield. Even when he doesn't have time, I mean that's kind of the throws he likes to throw.
Yeah.
So I think anything like downfield, we've kind of been susceptible to that against Auburn, and there's been some guys running open. We do get Eli Bowen finally. I mean, he played last week, but we get him healthy, and then we're going to start Gentry. Got Dolby, so Cortland Guillory, he's going to play. He's going to rotate in. I don't know how much he's going to start. He's not going to start, but he's going to play a lot. So I don't know what that looks like. But yeah, man, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think both teams are going to cause a turnover defensively. I think both. I think that's just how
Right,
it's
I
going to
mean,
happen. I
that's our
think,
style of football, both of our styles of
yeah,
football. You know, it's
and
like
I
we're
think whoever score, for some reason I feel like there's going to be some kind of special teams touchdown, rather that being a block punt. I know you guys just got one blocked last week, or a punt return. I know we've been doing good with returning punts. Not saying y'all can't, but I just can see something like that happening in this game. To where it kind of breaks it open. Um, but yeah, I mean. like you've been saying, bro. It's a I guess what do you feel like you guys can do well? Because when I was looking at y'all's games and stuff, the problem is the thing is with Sark, you know, he wants to run the football. He wants to get the run game established. It opens everything up. The problem is y'all haven't been able to run the football that well. And then y'all haven't been able to sustain drives, which is why it puts you guys in 3rd and long. And then that becomes that disadvantage with that pass, well, really just the O line,
Yeah.
putting them in 3rd and long. So what do you think you guys can do well this game offensively against us? If there's something that you think you guys can do.
Oh man. I don't even know, man. I mean, like you said, throwing the ball downfield. You know, I mean, he looked really comfortable last week in an uncomfortable situation. Was able to throw some good balls in key moments and being, under pressure. I mean, it seems if we can continue to do that, I mean, that's something we can do well. Is just him staying tall in the pocket and delivering a good one. It's just hard to answer that question just because of the way that our offensive line has looked and the way that our run game has looked. So it's like, I mean, those are like the two biggest components on the offensive side. I mean, I would say it goes probably your offensive line, quarterback, running back. Like if you have a three-headed monster like that, you're going to win a lot of football games. And right now, it's looking 0 for 3 or 1 for 3. Um, so it's to do well, man. I don't know. I think he's just being able to. I think he can do that well. Stay tall in the pocket, stay strong, and then deliver some missiles, whether it's downfield or short range. And then obviously his legs. But other than that, I don't know, man. If we couldn't run against Florida, if we couldn't run in general this against Ohio State or
I mean, even
Florida,
UTEP, you kind of struggled
yeah,
just moving the ball.
what makes you think
Yeah.
we're gonna run against Oklahoma? Like that's the way I look at it. It's like, what makes you think we're gonna run the ball against Oklahoma, who probably has the best defensive line in the nation, and that's that's not even talking about just starters. Like even the
Mhm.
backups, those guys are starting on all the other P4 schools or FBS schools in general. So yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question to ask right now, just because we just have so much uncertainties, but we have so much like it's like what we've showed both. We've showed we can do it all, but like, how do we get that to be consistent?
Yeah, bro, it's tough. And like, it really, obviously, the offensive line has just been, it's just been so bad to where you really can't get anything established. And then, like, I see a lot of people like, oh, this is going to be the week it clicks, this and that. Listen, like, I'm not
But
saying
it's
y'all,
not.
it can't improve.
But that's not something that
Just,
like clicks in the game though. It's
yeah,
something that clicks over time.
it clicks over
Yeah,
time,
it's like game by
experience.
game gets better, 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 better.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you want it to start clicking better now. So like by the time November comes around, like
Hmm.
everyone's playing the best football, not just
Hmm.
certain people. So like that's like you wanted to get it clicking like starting to go like now. So come out November, it's
Yeah. And it's a big game, like it's really a must-win game for you guys. I mean, I say it's a must-win game for us. I mean, BV's been embarrassed twice there. Um, that's something he wants to get going, get corrected. Obviously, and our schedule's tough. I mean, you can't afford to lose any time because you just don't know who will sneak up on you, right?
yeah.
But with Texas, you lose this game, you're essentially out of the playoff hunt early in October. Is there a chance that you guys can make it? Yeah, sure. You would have to win out and hope some things fall your way. And then obviously you would have to hope Georgia and A&M when you played them were ranked high. Vandy, maybe having one or two losses. You would have to hope some of the teams you do play are contenders at the point in time where you knock them off. But
Well, the way
like
our
I said,
schedule's
even
looking, it's looking like that way.
yeah, for
I'm
sure. I
pretty
mean,
sure Georgia has a lot of home games
well,
this year.
we'll talk about Georgia soon because I think they're in
A&M
danger
has a
this
lot of
weekend.
home games this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing y'all this week, and y'all are in top 6, so you have that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
feel
no, for sure.
Vanderbilt's going to be ranked.
Yeah, they should be. Their schedule's about to get tough, but they should be. I mean, they play LSU next week, I think.
Yeah,
Vandy does.
and it's there. That's like
They're home
the
though,
same situation as us. It's like
yeah.
it's weird because like they don't have 2 losses like we do,
Mm-hmm.
but LSU is ranked number 11. But
The good thing is you have
are
one
they
conference loss.
yeah, are
Kind
they
of like
really
Florida
the
does.
11th ranked best team in the nation? Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a top 25 team either. If they are, they're on the like 22 to 25, just solely because of their off. They have the same problem literally as we are.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, and it's something that's interesting, right? You look at these teams, and we're really about to find out. We really are.
Like everybody's talking about,
Yeah,
bro. This is the annoying part, though. Like everybody's talking about Texas and us spending, especially you, spending so much
I'm
money
just saying,
and,
bro. I
and all
mean,
this and that. But like
all
nobody's saying this about LSU either. They had a better offense than
well,
we
that's
did
just because
last
they're
year.
just not unranked,
Not yet.
and they didn't start preseason number 1 and all these other expectations.
Yeah,
I think
but
that's probably why they're not talking about it.
nobody on Texas like asked for those expectations. It's not our fault. It's like
No,
it's
for
the
sure.
media's
Yeah.
fault. Obviously that just comes with it.
The media turned it
with
on y'all
having
too. It's actually crazy.
But like they're literally going through the same problems as we are. Their offensive line is struggling. They can't run the football and they can't throw the football. And nobody's saying anything about that really as much as they are with Texas, when theirs might be a bigger problem than ours just because of what they have on the offense side of the ball. Like they have the potential to have the best offense in the country. I don't think we ever had that potential to be the best offense in the country. They have the potential to do that.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, man. Like I know like a lot of people are like it's a rivalry, like this and that, it's gonna get corrected, but I mean, no bias aside, I've been talking about it all off season. I just know how good that defensive line is. But yeah, we can get to quarterback with 3 or 4 defensive linemen. Brent likes to bring a lot of pressure of his own. A lot of simulated pressures, things like that. If you guys don't know what simulated pressure is, it's where it looks like you're bringing more than you do. You drop somebody, maybe a defensive lineman, maybe an outside linebacker in kind of a zone they usually don't play. It causes kind of panicky and react quick throws. Maybe kind of like the pick 6 we got against Auburn last year to win the game was a simulated pressure. It looked like we were bringing somebody, and then Kip Lewis dropped right underneath that curl route, and quarterback thought it was going to be open because of the blitz, but it wasn't. So stuff like that. I think we heated up Kent State like a lot last week, which was like kind of unusual because I was like it's Kent State. Like why are we bringing so much pressure? Were they working on blitzes? What were they doing? I kind of think that was something that Brent threw out there. Maybe to kind of give Texas more stuff to look at. It's like, okay, we just gave up all this pressure to Florida last week. We know Brent likes to heat us up. Is he going to heat us up a lot? And then I think that's going to maybe factor into what Brent does. Like, does he even heat Texas up at all? And does he kind of like rely on the D line since he knows that the offensive line's a weakness?
If he's watching the Florida film, which I'm not saying Florida's defensive line is better than y'all's, but they have the most pressure.
It's definitely not.
Well, I'm just saying I'm saying they have the most pressure in college football with only bringing 4.
Yeah, well now too because of that game though, because like last week they had like 35 total pressures on quarterbacks. Then after this week, they got 36 against y'all alone. So they basically hit all their production and pressure in one game against y'all. Yeah. And then another thing too, I looked at y'all's defense. Obviously, defense is good. I think the interior linemen, they don't have the guys that they've had in the past, that kind of just wreck the game. That the Broughtons, the Murphys, the Sweats, like those guys aren't there. It's still solid players, good players. But outside of that, Tapp's a dude, Hill's a dude, Simmons is a dude. I think Simmons is very, very he's very aggressive and very urgent. I think you can get him off sides a lot with like some silent or not silent count, some hard count and some things like that, just because I mean, we've seen it already. He's already got some penalties, being offsides, being aggressive. And then obviously, if Malik Muhammad doesn't play this week, I think that's kind of where you guys are gettable at is corner. You know, we kind of saw last week with Florida. I mean, you had two true freshmen just going up and making plays over those guys. So, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, I kind of feel like that with us. Like, I feel like we're gettable at corner. I think there'll be a little bit more protected because I think the defensive line in the front seven helps them out so much that they really aren't in that position. But hey, I mean, yeah, I think y'all are going to get some plays, you know, like I think we'll get some plays, you know, and I think it'll come down to, you know, just what defense wrecks more havoc and what quarterback doesn't, you know, make those catastrophic mistakes. You know, if Mateer plays, I feel good about him in this situation just because he's already played a lot of football. He's been through the fire. You know, I feel good about Hawkins just because he's played in this game, but just Hawkins is the type of quarterback that will leave stuff on the table. Like if a guy's open, there's a chance Hawkins misses him. And in a game like this, you can't do that, right? So we'll just have to see, man. You know, hopefully whoever we put out there is a good option. So
yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I looking forward to it. I think y'all just recently flipped to either 1.5 or 2.5. Favorite.
1.5. Last time I saw it was 1.5. So
yeah,
we'll see, man. We'll see. You know, I don't know.
But I don't know if you want to touch on any news before we get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's go through some news real quick. You know, a couple of things came out. So obviously the stop rate came out, right? I think Texas Tech was 85% in defensive stop rate this year. And then OU's 85% as well. Ohio State 84%. Texas up there at 83%. But, you know, really just want to highlight, you know, Tech, right? Like there's a team, right? They've been kind of, we'll talk about them this week. I think they have another nut on our little thing, but you know, they're a team, right? That I think next week they play Arizona State, and they're a team that's going to be very good. You know, like me, Carlos, and I have kind of said it, right? It looks like they're really becoming a dominant team. So to see them up there, kind of with some of the big dogs in stop rate, was pretty impressive because they played a couple solid teams. They haven't played obviously the teams that we've played, but they played some solid teams. So kind of wanted to mention that stat. But really the big news this week, which I'll get to real quick before I'll talk about something else, or two other things before we get to that news. Stanford's football program, they got a $50 million donation for some ex-players. So hopefully that's good for them. You know, they obviously have Andrew Luck as the head coach, the GM there. And, you know, that's cool. It's cool to see investment in their program. You know, that's a school that in me and Carlos's lifetime, you know, was always pretty good, you know, with Luck, with McCaffrey, you know, with Love. Like they always were a good team. So to see them putting that kind of investment in the program, I'm excited to see what they do with that. And then the NCAA had passed a rule, you know, Moneyline Mateer, he walked so they could run. The NCAA passed a rule so college athletes can bet on professional sports, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it might be a bad thing, especially if they got this NIL money and stuff. But I think it's cool, man. You know, I mean, hey, listen, they're not going to get that opportunity if they go to the league, so might as well let them get it now. And even if they, you know, I don't know if you're in the NFL, can you bet on NBA or anything?
You just can't bet on your sport.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, right? Like,
it's like insider trading, you know.
Yeah. Betting has become such a part of football, like, and in sports in general. Like, I think there's gonna just kind of be some loopholes that are gonna have to be opened because I mean, the money in sports betting is off the chain right now. So, but last thing, you know, I'm gonna let Carlos kind of give his thoughts first on this, but Bill Belichick's kind of just going through the ringer right now. I mean, earlier this week, it said Hulu canceled their season-long documentary with him, which, you know, we kind of thought was interesting. We're like, all right, you know, maybe because they're not good, whatever the case may be. But later today, it says Bill Belichick is trying to trigger a $1 million buyout if he can soft land with another team or media. And then there were some other reports that came out that he's not handling recruiting well. Like during their bye week, he went ghost on the coaches, didn't talk to anybody, maybe, you know, messing with some violations or things of that nature. So Carlos, when you saw this news, what were you thinking, man?
Well, they just said that they're riding on him finishing this entire season. Like they're not gonna move off of him this season. Um, I mean, I'm pretty sure we said it or I said it. Somebody said it, I think. But I mean, college football is not. I mean, college football and NFL are just two different beasts. I'm not gonna say one's harder than the other. I'm not gonna say I think one is harder to win at than the other. Which is I think the NFL is harder to win at than you know college football. But
Hmm.
college football has its tough mental toughness on you with all the recruiting stuff, because that's a 24/7 job. Even like on
Hmm.
your bye weeks, I mean, you seen BV, you seen Sark, and all these other coaches, Dan Lanning, and they like go to high school games on their bye week and look at the recruits that they're recruiting. Like that's just what comes with college football, and you have to be able to do that because like this is your job, and you're banking on these kids to commit and make your team good. So like it should be a 24/7 job because you should always be looking at the market, who's available, and like trying to persuade different people and to come here and why they should come play for you. So I didn't think it was going to be a good fit because I didn't think he was a college coach. I thought the recruiting stuff was just like a lot for him. And at the end of the day, they're kids. They're not like grown men. I feel like he does better with grown men than 18 to 22-year-old kids,
Hmm.
discipline wise. So uh, yeah, I I'm not surprised by any means.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. His legacy is kind of just taking a hit, right? Obviously, he claimed that he would have won, a lot of those games without with the Super Bowls without Tom Brady, and was like, we know that's not true. We know it was kind of a partnership deal. Like it's okay, it's okay to acknowledge, Tom and his greatness. But then you go to college, and we're like, hey, it's a decent job. North Carolina has good resources. It's in the ACC. The expectation there isn't too crazy on him, so it's like he's gonna probably have some time to get it working and whatnot. And I thought it was cool, right? Like I love seeing NFL coaches come to the college level. I think it's awesome. I hope John Gruden is the next guy to get an opportunity because I think he actually fits college really well, just his personality and like him kind of going through what he went through, getting fired from the Raiders, and his media personality and all those things. I think he's going to be a dynamic fit for wherever he gets picked up at. And I think it makes sense for him because the pressure of the NFL is crazy, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just tough, man. It's not a good look, I especially because they're not doing well as is, and so then you throw in this other nonsense that's going on. The fact that he's dating a girl that is like literally younger than us. It's just bizarre, the whole situation.
I mean, I don't think that. I mean,
So
obviously, it's like weird,
I
but
mean,
like
it's
I don't
definitely
think it's
like
like
it's just
not the
yeah,
issue. It's like the fact that she controls. So we think she controls everything is the issue.
yeah, yeah. No, for sure. Like we're not going to talk about this, like the 60-minute thing, like all the stuff, all the little
Yeah,
nuances, right? Like it's just interesting, it hopefully they can figure it out. I was actually rooting for him to do well. I wanted him to
it'd be
do
cool,
well in
but
college. Just would have been cool.
just
With a good storyline, but here we are. Here we are. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see if it's a distraction to the team. I mean, they haven't had the prettiest of starts, but it's his first year there. I think he has to do a lot of work just in the portal and recruiting to kind of turn that ship around. We'll see. We'll see, dog. I don't know. Like it just all kind of came all out at once. So maybe we'll have more information later on as it
yeah.
progresses. But on to the slate, man. We got a loaded slate. I mean, me and Carlos are gonna miss a couple of these games. We're gonna be at the state fair. Stay tuned.
Can you
I don't
take
really
like
even.
backup batteries with you?
Yeah, like a
Like
like
one
a
of these?
portable,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
this. Yeah, like
yeah.
this. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
taking this, and then other ones. I'm gonna make sure Kat has one. You definitely want to have one,
Yeah, I have one.
um,
It's
just
not
because.
as big as y'all's, but I have one. It could be like
Th-
a full charge.
Yeah, that's all you need, really. Like, because I mean, most of the time you probably won't even be on your phone like that. Like, there's plenty of places to go sit in, watch football before we go to the game.
Okay, that's
Um,
mainly what I was wondering because
yeah. We can find a spot to post up at and kind of watch some games and stuff
cool.
and whatnot. And we're gonna meet at the duck pond, so we'll go there. That's where everyone meets after the game, just because it's like the easiest like central spot because it's easy to get lost and you're gonna have no service and shit. So, um, but yeah, man. Before we get into that, I actually wanted to see what's on the dang state fair food items 2025. I wanted to see what was on it this year.
I just want that corn dog, man.
The corn dog's fire. This is so good. They got Cajun stuffed seashells, churro cheesecake, jalapeno popper, cornbread donuts.
I'll eat that.
Dubai chocolate dream, deep fried carbonara, fried pickle bombs.
What was that?
It is a new dish featuring pickles just dropped that will blow your mind. Fried pickle bombs. This new pickle drizzled spicy ranch. Just sounds like fried pickles, kind of.
I'll eat those.
Meat lovers crunch wrap calzone.
Sounds like you.
Cornbread sliders.
I'll eat those.
They got Wagyu jam sliders, key lime pie bombs. Got a bunch of drinks on here. I'm trying to find something that's like crazy
exotic.
Sounding. Yeah, because this is like the new food. I want to see like let me see real quick. Best. Let's see what's on the best awards real quick. I know we're getting a little off topic, but hey, the state fair. Me and Carlos might be doing some content on this. Vietnamese crunch dog, Wagyu bacon cheeseburger, deviled egg sliders. What the hell?
Will not be eating those.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, my favorite items that I've had, obviously the Fletcher's corn dog. That's what we're gonna have for breakfast.
Are they like a good size?
Yeah, they're pretty long. Pause. They're pretty long. Fletcher's corn dog. Usually get a wax cut beer.
Will not be.
That's kind of the go-to. Come on, bro. You gotta have one.
I don't like beer, bro. I don't like beer.
You gotta have one.
I don't like beer.
Michelob tastes like water. It's literally like a light. It literally tastes like water.
I don't like beer, man. It's just not.
Okay.
It's an acquired taste.
I mean, once you start drinking it, you don't even feel the acquired taste anymore.
Irish coffee. I mean, it's kind of one of those, man. Give me some Jameson and some coffee.
As long as you have some kind of liquor, we need you to have some kind of alcohol. You know what I mean? The catfish basket too. That's what we get. Shoot, I'm hydrating now. I'm drinking a Pedialyte on Thursday and maybe Friday. I'm gonna make sure because last year, bro. Jeez, bro, that 230 kick.
I don't think it's gonna be as hot this year as last year. Let me see.
They just got, dude. I just hate waiting. It really is. You just get so damn anxious.
It's in Dallas,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's in Dallas. I think it's East Dallas or South Dallas.
The high is only 87, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Last year, it was like 100.
Obviously,
for real.
2:30 kickoff. It's gonna be. I mean, that's peak, you know.
Yeah, it's peak. Yeah. Well, the good thing is we get the shade in the second half, OU side, which is nice.
So we get it the first half.
No, nobody gets it the first half. Oh. It's just sunny. But the way the sun sets or hits, we get it usually. But on to the slate, man. We're gonna start it off, man. I know we're gonna have our plays for you guys in another episode, but Alabama goes on the road to MIZ, play the Missouri Tigers. This one's gonna be interesting, you know. Missouri has a chance to really kind of put a statement to the college football world that they are a contender this year. Alabama, you know, they got a tough schedule. They really got the gauntlet coming up. You know, everybody really kind of does, but Alabama can continue to build off their momentum and how well they've been playing. But yeah, man, outside of that, I really don't know like how to feel about this game. I think Missouri can win just the way they play football, running the football, things like that. But also there's a part of me that says they haven't really been tested. And I think Alabama's kind of already been tested, you know, against Georgia, and then obviously playing against a scrappy Vandy team. I think they're kind of just on a different level. And Ty Simpson, man, I saw a report that came out. You know, the Rams they might projected to take him. I was like, kind of like
That's
that.
a nice.
You know, I
Nice
kind of
spot
think
for
he
him to
fits
go.
the system. You know, shout out Kyle. He wants a quarterback with more starts. I'm like, look, bro, that dude he's been in college for a long time. He likes Texas.
Like,
because
by association.
By association now, yeah.
Who do you like before?
I mean,
anybody?
Nobody. He was an NFL guy only. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, man. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man. You know how that boy Eli is. He's better than BB. So these are the games that he does win.
Oh my gosh! There you go.
Hey, he's
better
he's a
than
coach
BB
that
my ass.
the thing, like, yes, he. I will say this: the thing about Eli, like, yes, he is a dork, and yes, like he does make himself look
Boys is goofy.
like, goofy, but like he doesn't ever give up, and he's very like positive and very confident in his team, whether if they're good or bad. Like, he's gonna pick them 10 times out of 10 to go to war with. And so, like, when you have a coach like that, you know, you just want to play for them and do everything you can to win the game. And that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of the culture he's built. You know, he hasn't gotten the best recruits, but like, look what he's done.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's getting a lot better talent now. Now, will it, look, will it translate over to the field? We'll see. But I mean, so far it has. They're ranked 18, 14, and they're playing pretty good football. They got this game at home, and I mean, it gets pretty rowdy there. So I mean, you can ask Oklahoma, and
oh yeah,
it's that's a rivalry though for y'all, right?
Yeah, I mean that's not really a rivalry, like not really
Like,
traditionally
but
one.
it is. Like, it's not,
It
but
isn't,
it is.
but it is. Yeah, it's not like a traditional rivalry. We play them a lot in the Big 8, and I guess now because of the SEC, they've been chirping, because of some recruiting battles.
It's like,
and they're like decent now. I'm not gonna say they're good. Like, they got to do something. They ain't made the playoffs yet, but
it's like us in Georgia. Like, it's not, but it is.
Yeah, but at least like for us, we're kind of close to them geographically. I would like for y'all to play LSU more. Like, I think that should be a natural rivalry just because of how close y'all are. But but yeah, I mean they got a chance to continue to do something. I mean, they got blessed with their schedule. They got everybody at home. They got like 8 home games. But outside of that, I mean, I wasn't too high on Missouri, right? I didn't pick them to be that good this year. So it's just when they start losing some games. I don't know, but it starts with this week. Against a good Alabama team. So
I mean, that team's gonna compete. They always seem to stick around the rankings and kind of weasel the way in places. But if they win this game, man, things get interesting. Both for Alabama and for just Mizzou. Are they actually a legit team? I'm interested to see what's the actual spread is. Do you know? It's up your head. I'm assuming it's like 7.5 Alabama. I actually
do have the good old boys over there at the Lyre out. I was actually on it earlier. They are
3.5 Alabama.
3.5, yeah, Alabama. So
I mean, they already predict what type of game it's going to be. So they know it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I expect. I think styles make fights. I think the way Missouri plays offense can keep Alabama's offense off the field, but I also think Alabama could break this game open quick. So I have to see about it. On to the next one. Ohio State, Illinois playing in the morning, another ranked matchup early in the morning. This one's gonna be interesting. Illinois has looked pretty good since that Indiana loss. I mean, they took care of business against USC. Their offense looked really explosive against Purdue. I know it's Purdue, but it looked pretty good. But Ohio State, man, they're so good right now. It's boring. Like, literally. Like, I turned on the Minnesota game, saw them down 3-0. I was like, oh, let me watch for a little bit. Ohio State scores real quick. I was like, all right, let me go back to another game. But yeah, man, Ohio State, Their favorite right now is 14.5. I mean, I think they're just getting better and better. Literally, like I think it's like kind of like what Carlos was saying with Julian Sand and all of those guys. Like I think they're going to continue to build off of what he does well, and they're going to continue to get better and better. And then Matt Patricia, man, just like him going to Ohio State is cheating. Like literally, like you got already a good NFL defensive minded coach, and now you actually have the personnel. I think their defense is better than it was last year.
It for
So
sure is, and I
yeah,
mean, they're gonna win the national championship. That's just it is what
chill,
they are.
chill,
They're gonna
chill,
go back to
chill,
back.
chill, chill.
But I mean, statistically, y'all are better. But I feel like they have the best defense in America, just top to bottom. I don't think there's really that many holes in it. Like like how you say y'all are gettable at corner. I just don't think the way that they play their defense, even if something is lacking, that's still filled by the type of schemes that they run. Um, on the defensive
Breaking
side of the ball.
news. Breaking news. Injury report came out. John Mateer listed as questionable. And then for Texas, Malik Muhammad, Parker Livingston listed as probable. CJ Baxter doubtful. So there you have it. There you have it live on there. Got Mateer questionable. That's good. To
Questionable
me.
means he's playing.
I thought it was going to be doubtful, and then they ramp it up to questionable tomorrow, and then probable Saturday or something. But hey, it's looking good. I bet they keep it at questionable all the way through Saturday.
Yeah.
If that's even possible. But there you have it, the live SEC reports, which I know the Big Ten's doing this now and the SEC's doing this now, but can we please get all the conferences doing it, even the group of five? Like it's like the NFL model. Like
it helps us betting.
It helps. It's just nice. It's just nice to know what is going on.
Just say the real reason, man. It helps us betting.
But going back to the game, man, yeah, I think Illinois. I think they're going to be. I think they're good, but Ohio State's too much. They really are. I don't think this game is going to be close. We'll talk about that later on, but that's just kind of my initial thoughts. We talked about Red River already, so we're going to kind of glance over that. Florida A&M. This game is interesting, right? Like everyone's high on A&M, and I personally am not as high on them. And I think they're gettable. I think Mississippi State just got tired. Their defense did. I think they were playing well with them. I also think they missed some passes down the field. Marcel Reed, I think if he can improve, A&M can get to where they think they can. But outside of that, I mean, I think they're good, but I think everyone's kind of crowning them as like a playoff lock or an SEC champion game lock or whatever the case may be. So we'll see. And then Florida, I mean, they look like the team we thought they could look like last week. Now the problem is, can they do that again? Can they be consistent, or are they going to just do what they always do? They show up in these big games, they knock off these good teams, and then they just lose. And this is another good team, so it's not like they're playing some slap, right? Like they're playing a team that was ranked higher than Texas was, so they're going on the road. We'll see how it looks, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah. Hey, man. Just watch out, A&M. That's all I gotta say. Just watch out. It's for one, it's not hard to play there. Two, they've already been tested. They've already played everywhere they can play. Like they ain't. It's nothing new for them. So, it's definitely a scary game. A&M's at 7.5 right now. Kind of want to take the Florida to cover that spread. I'll let you know though here shortly. But it's got it. Hey man, it gets scary at nighttime. That's all I'll say.
What in College Station?
No, in general.
Oh.
In general, it gets scary at nighttime. So, but I think Florida has the defense to compete in this game. Now, obviously, it's always been Florida's offense and their struggles.
Yeah, I would love for Florida to just continue this. I would love for them to stack.
If they played how they played against us, they can win this game. Dink and dumps, running the ball up the middle, positive yards. They can win this game easily.
For sure, I agree.
But
and then hitting your shots.
Having DJ to do like extra stuff, that's probably where they start losing the game. And I don't think it's not because DJ isn't healthy. It's because it's not because DJ isn't good. It's because he isn't healthy, and we saw that in our game. You know, he rolled out. I mean, the boy
He was
started
kind of a
hopping up.
statue, really.
Yeah.
Like if he had to do anything outside the pocket, it wasn't looking too good. But I thought they did a good job of protecting him and giving him some opportunities where he wasn't going to be put at risk. But I just want to see Florida, continue to stack. Like they're a good team, and they're not out of it either. Shit, they get hot, they went out.
The team
not
that
out
they
of
lost to, and then
they're not out of it,
we're ranked out, but they still beat the number 9 team in the country.
Yeah, and they got the schedule. They're gonna play Georgia. They're playing A&M. They're gonna play Ole Miss. I think they got some teams on here, right? So excited to see what it looks like. But going over to the West Coast, also too, the good thing is me and Carlos will be able to watch these games. Like we'll probably be home by. No, we
sleeping.
No. That's what you say.
Might be snoozed out early in the morning.
Sleep on the way there. Sleep on the way back to Mr.
You say it's an hour?
Cadnam's house. Nah, it's like a 30-minute drive.
Oh.
Probably. Yeah. But we'll be back because usually we leave like right after. Like we gotta get out. We kind of like stay for 30 minutes, have our little whoever lost gets their beer, whatever, and we kind of leave relatively fast to get out of there and get back for the games. Usually last year we got back like a little bit in the second quarter of the night games, which was money.
I got YouTube TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so do we, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be posted up, outside, chilling.
I'm talking about on the car ride home.
Yeah, true. But Michigan, USC, man, this is a cool game. I think like Michigan going to the Coliseum, going to the West Coast, that's going to be pretty sick, pretty cool to see.
Two big like teams.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a game you'd see like in the Rose Bowl, every year. But I think Michigan's good. My problem with them right now is Bryce Underwood is good, but like I just think they gotta help him out more. Like I think they can run the ball well. I think they're gonna rely on him, but I just don't know. Like when you play some of these good teams, like if they can get made one dimensional, kind of how we did them. I think that's kind of where, they're very beatable. USC, however, I just don't know if they can stop the run or anybody. I think they'll be able to score points in this game, but I don't know. And honestly, this is a massive game for USC. I mean, I know they only have one loss, but you got Michigan. I still think USC has they got Nebraska this year. They got Notre Dame, of course. I'm sure they got a couple other salty teams. Did they play Ohio State or no?
Who?
I don't think so.
Michigan?
Oh, they play Oregon, USC.
Oh, USC.
USC also plays Oregon
every year. Yeah.
Michigan they also play Oregon. So they got some tough games, man. Like I think a 9-3 USC might be a bubble team, but I think it's one they got to have. I really do. I also think it's one Michigan's got to have. The only thing with Michigan, the way their schedule lines up, I think you can lose this one, and then you get Ohio State at the end of the year, and we've seen how that game's been going.
Hey man, see, there's a long season left, so
No,
it might not be the case, but hey man, I was wrong just early. I predicted Michigan in the playoffs this year. They have one loss, and their second loss could be to Ohio State. A 2-loss Michigan team makes it for a playoff. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, they're for sure going. Especially if we're good too, and Ohio State's going to be good. Like they're going to be a factor. They're going to have some wins on their belt too. Especially Nebraska's looking salty. Like they're looking pretty good. USC, is USC. So yeah. On to the next game. South Carolina, they have a gauntlet coming up. I mean, it's insane. I think their next 5 games is against all teams ranked in the top 12 or something crazy. I don't know. I know it's something nuts. But they got a tough schedule coming up. Hey man, listen, don't be surprised, man, if the Gamecocks come into this game ready to go. LSU looks beatable. Lenoris and them look a lot like they've gotten better. I think the bye week might have helped them, kind of figure some things out. Obviously, maybe for LSU, but this is also a game that South Carolina feels like they got hosed on last year. They should have won last year. They called that bad penalty against when Garrett Nussmeier got laid out. So they know they can beat them. They know they can play with them. So I feel like South Carolina's going to be fired up. The problem is it is Death Valley at night. My parents are gonna actually be at this game with my sister,
That's cool.
so they're going. Yeah, they're going to this game. My mom gets to see South Carolina play, so I was like, I talked to my dad. I was like, "What polo you wearing?" He was like, "I'm putting the LSU one. That's where the money go." I was like, "I understand. I get it. I get it." But yeah, man, this is gonna be a cool one. We got a good. The cool thing about us going to Red River is that we are missing a couple games during the day, but like not really. Like at night, like we got some good games. Like we are gonna miss the marquee matchup, but I mean, we're still gonna be able to watch a lot of football. So I'm not too mad at it.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Is this the week the LSU offense, comes out well engine? Yeah, they're at a bye week last week, right?
Yeah,
So
I think they did.
yeah,
I don't know if South Carolina did. Maybe
I
they did.
think they did too. So is this did you get all your ducks in a row and come out guns blazing like we know you can? And if it's not, then this might be looking like another loss for LSU, man. It's just hard for a defense to consistently, go out there and get a stop and get a stop and get a stop and get a stop. So this will be an interesting one, I think. It's kind of a must win for both teams now.
For sure for South Carolina, LSU. Yeah, I mean,
They already
you lost
lost
to Ole
once.
Miss.
Yeah.
You can't lose 2 in a row if you're LSU.
Not only
South
that, but
Carolina's
like
kind of
2
got it
conference
rolling.
losses already this early.
Yeah, and South Carolina already has 2 because they lost to Missouri and Vandy.
Yeah.
And Clemson, that game at the end of the year isn't looking like it's gonna be a good win. However, Clemson, I feel like they're already on that BS, bro. They're about to go win out and win the ACC somehow, and like
No,
I can
man,
just see it.
I don't see Miami.
Miami
losing.
is nasty. Miami is nasty. They're legit. I don't think Clemson can beat them. It's possible, but just because it's Clemson and they got the talent, they just ain't played well.
I would have to see like how they could make it, like what the scenario is then for make the college football. I mean the ACC championship.
Because you got Virginia looking good. You got, Georgia Tech.
But Clemson and Virginia play each other, and I'm pretty sure Clemson's at home. I think.
Yeah. Let me see. I know we had looked at Virginia's schedule the other day
because it was like
they
Florida
could go
State,
11-1.
I mean,
No, they don't play Clemson.
No.
Virginia. No, Virginia literally their hardest game is probably at Duke or maybe at Cal. Like everything else is easy. They got Virginia Tech at home, Wake Forest at home, and they go to UNC, and they got Washington State at home. So that's why I said there's a very real chance Virginia could be 11-1. Very real chance. But that schedule is not like the Cal game. I could see them losing. Is just, Cal ain't bad. They got a good QB, but like I said, they'll probably be favored in all these games. I would think, or like it'd be a pick 'em. So I don't really see them. I don't see them losing, bro. I mean,
I don't see.
I don't think they're. I don't know if they have the consistency, but hey, they just won against Louisville, a tough Louisville team after upsetting Florida State. So maybe they do. Maybe they have it. I don't know.
See, Virginia's ahead of them, Duke's ahead of them, Georgia Tech's ahead of them, Miami, SMU, Louisville. We'll just say those because I think the other ones will. Like Cal will lose, Pitts will lose, Stanford will lose, Virginia Tech will lose, NC State. Like all these other teams will lose. But like SMU, they play them at home. Louisville, they play them at Louisville. Then they play Duke at home. They don't play Georgia. Oh, they already lost to Georgia Tech. So, like, they already have that head-to-head. So, it kind of just depends on how Georgia Tech finishes out. They play Virginia Tech. They're at Duke. Play Syracuse, at NC State, at Boston College versus Pitt. I don't know, man. I don't know if they could make it. I really don't.
They're probably not making it. I mean, I could see them losing another game. They could lose. Who's Clemson playing this? Who's schedule is that? Is that Clemson's?
No, Clemson plays Boston College this week. I was talking about Georgia Tech's schedule just now.
Oh yeah, hey, Pitt is dangerous. I mean, Pitt might beat Florida State this week. I would not be surprised. It's possible.
Well,
It is.
now
It is
that's when we
dangerous. And
start
they,
getting in that
yeah,
conversation. Like, okay, was Florida State actually that good, or we just overhyping them?
no, for
You
sure.
know,
I
like,
don't think that'll happen. I think Florida State bounces back,
because
but
then that's where my Miami thing still comes into play. You know,
nah,
it's
they're
like they haven't.
legit. They're
I know, but
legit.
it's like who have they played?
It
You
is.
know,
Yeah. I just think
like I don't think they like. For me,
they got the
legit, like for me,
personnel and they got
legit.
the skill
I
players
don't know
to
that
play with
because for
anyone.
me, legit is like Ohio State, Oregon, like they're legit. Those are
I don't even
probably
know how. I don't know how legit Oregon is though. I mean, they beat Penn State, who just lost to UCLA. You
yeah,
know.
but we at least have seen in years past of what Oregon is. Like they're consistent.
Yeah, but I think so is Miami. They've been building. Like last year, they
They've
were
been building.
close.
They're not consistent. That's
This
the
year,
difference.
well, okay, but they've gotten better and better. Like last year, they were close. This year, they're way better. They're more complete. They got a really good defensive line. Their skill players are nasty,
They
dynamic.
they
Carson
seem
Beck looks like the Carson Beck she was supposed to be 2 years ago. You know?
but watching them play, they still seem gettable though.
Yeah,
You
everyone
know,
does though.
no Ohio State and to me Ohio State and
Oregon
Oregon
seems to
don't
get
look
Oregon
gettable.
is definitely gettable. I mean, they let Drew Aller. They almost lost that game. I mean, they're still gettable. Ohio State. The problem was with Ohio State. I just even look how y'all played them. Y'all played them tough, and Arch struggled. And they're not going to get a real test. Maybe they get tested this week. I don't know. They're not going to get a real test probably till they play Michigan, or I don't even think Penn State is going to test. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who's going to test Ohio State in the Big Ten this year. Maybe Nebraska does. I don't think they play Nebraska. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying though. I do get what you're saying. But on to the next game. You know, Georgia goes on the road.
Like,
The deep.
all right, let me
Go
ask
ahead.
you
Go
this:
ahead.
at the top, let me see. In the top 10, how many of those teams do you think could beat Miami? Like genuinely, I'm give you my answer before you answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7.
Okay, I'll give you my answer. 1, 2, 3. I say 5.
I got Ohio State, Oregon, Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas Tech, Georgia. That's 6. Wow.
I
My
got
maybe was Ole Miss.
I got Ohio State, Oregon, Oklahoma, Bama, and Georgia. I don't think Tech. I'm high on them.
I think Tech can because I think they have a. I
I don't
think
know if
Tech
they have
actually does have a good defense.
I don't know if they have the depth. That's my
That's
only
true.
issue.
That's,
Like I think they have a very talented team.
maybe.
I just don't know. Like maybe next year if they continue to recruit like how they have been and paying this money for transfers, maybe they have it next year. I just don't think in a game like the way Miami plays right now, like the dudes they have on that D line, I mean the skill player, I just don't know if they have the depth to keep up with them for 4 quarters. I think they can play them tough, but I think they would need some stuff to go their way instead of straight up beating them. Now, however, the other teams that I mentioned, I know what depth they have. I've seen it. And I think they get like, because even Indiana's, they're a top 10 team. I don't think they have the depth. Oh, my problem is with Ole Miss is I think that their defense is so gettable
Yeah, that's what I said. Maybe.
that even and I think their offense you can stop it if you have the proper. I mean LSU played them tough.
Maybe we don't know anymore just because.
I mean, but they didn't like. It's not like they lit LSU up.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
but they're at the point where they can run a 2 quarterback system. Like even if Trinidad like it does become the second string, and say they just bring him in for whatever play, like you really don't know if he's gonna throw or if he's gonna run the ball. Like
Yeah,
that
and I think he's gonna still play. He should be the starter until otherwise.
And then just say if he does start doing bad, then you have Austin Simmons who's coming in who like is a starter. You know, so like I don't know. I feel like that offense has the possibility of like how are you gonna stop us?
No, you're
Like
100%
obviously
right.
quarterback system is hard to do, but if anyone can do it, it's Lane Kiffin.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, going on to the another night game, Georgia versus Auburn, oldest rivalry in the South is what they like to call it. You know, this is a game, bro. This is dangerous for Georgia here. It really is. because I know Auburn has lost a couple of games recently, but I think the way they match up with Georgia, I think they can hang in there because they have a great run defense. They can run the ball well. My only issue is trusting Jackson Arnold to give his guys a chance to go make plays because he got the receivers. And hey, you know what they say about Jordan Hare at night? It is spooky there. Kirby Smart said that place is cursed.
They got the toilet paper all day.
I'm telling you, this game is dangerous. And Hugh Freeze needs this game. He needs some kind of statement win because he does not have one. And obviously Georgia can't lose either, because they already took a loss. But it's gonna be. I'm telling you, like if we turn this on when we get back and it's close, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean Jackson. I just hopefully he just has to. Boy, got to throw the ball, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's hey, man. I was high on the Jackson train, but hey, I mean,
that boy, stop saying J400 quick, boy.
Well, it's not. I mean, part of it is because it's like a 50-50. Like part of it's him, and then part of it is just also their offensive line is absolutely garbage.
You know what's crazy? He hasn't thrown any turnovers, but I mean, it's because he doesn't throw the ball. Yeah, he has 5 touchdowns.
It's hard to throw a turnover when you don't throw the ball.
Yeah.
But as long as the offensive line is the way it is, just like ours, I just don't know how many games they can win, man. Like they'll be in probably dogfights just because their defense has stepped up and has improved. Has it improved enough to like keep them in games? We'll see. But they're not a team that's built to be in a dogfight. Yeah, Georgia, they can't really lose another one. They're not known to lose another one either. After getting beat by Bama, I feel like not that Kirby needs a fire lit under his ass, but Kirby don't like to go down, man. When he goes down, it's scary for other teams. So the fact that they have him like this quick after he just lost isn't great. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. It could get scary, but miracles might need to happen for it to get scary.
Yeah, no doubt. That's gonna be a tough one, man. And this might be the beginning of the end for Hugh Freeze if they lose this game. But I don't think they'll fire him. It's just with the NIL and the roster they got. I don't know. It's just a tough scenario. But going on, you got a little Big 12, a little late action. Got a little doubleheader slate coming up. But BYU goes on the road, plays Arizona. Listen, man, I know everyone's high on this BYU defense. I know everyone's thinks they're good, but I think Arizona it could put up a game here. I think they got the offensive firepower to make it competitive. I mean, even Colorado played BYU tough when BYU went on the road, and I really don't think BYU's that good. It's kind of similar. This BYU team feels similar to last year, where they just kind of like slowly moved up in the rankings, slowly progressed, and then they finally started playing some good teams in the Big 12, and that's when they lost. I mean, Carl's called it out. We kind of said like this team isn't good. They're going to lose this week, and sure enough, what happened? I'm not saying that's necessarily going to happen this week. However, I just would not be surprised if Arizona did it or plays them tough. I just think the way Arizona plays, I think they have the players kind of like Colorado does to test this team. I think they got the athletes that'll make it competitive and difficult on them. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I haven't really watched a ton of BYU football all year. They don't play anybody. They don't really play good teams. I watched them against Colorado, and then I watched them against West Virginia a little bit last week. But
I'm trying to see if they have. If you can stop the run, you can beat this team. That's essentially what it is. The quarterback doesn't throw for very much.
He wears 47. Shit is atrocious.
He's 79 for 115 on the year.
Okay.
So that kind of tells you how much he throws. Like that's not. Yeah. I mean,
he's a true freshman.
Archer's probably at 115. 2 games in, 3 games in. So
yeah.
Factor in week 6, and he's only thrown 115 passes. But he doesn't turn the ball over. He only has 1 pick, so that's good.
But sounds like he manages the game. more than
Yeah.
anything.
If you can stop the run, you can definitely stop this team. They're kind of one dimensional, kind of one dimensional, kind of not, because when he does throw, like I think they have a guy named Chase Roberts or something like that. That's pretty
Yeah, I
good.
swear that dude has been there forever.
Yeah, he's pretty good, especially when he gets the ball. So,
Is that number
uh,
5?
I think so. He's a white boy, number 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, I
think
swear he's
so.
been there forever.
Yeah. Um, I
Yeah, I mean,
just
I'm
don't
looking
know if
at.
Arizona has that ability to stop the run. That's the issue here. Because even then,
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
don't remember
at.
the running back's name. He's pretty good too. L.J. Martin, I think.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, BYU's defense is it's 6th in scoring, 12th in passing defense, 22 in rushing yards.
They do
Arizona's
get
defense is
turnovers.
Arizona's defense is actually good.
Really.
They're 11th in pass defense, 25th in rush, and then they're 19th in scoring. So, and 10th and third down. So hey, this might be the matchup, like we've been saying. And then Arizona's offense, 22nd in pass yards. Obviously, BYU's defense isn't that good. They don't run the ball super well, 87th. But hey, man, this could be the game where they could. I mean, it sounds like their defense it can hold up. That's for the statistics. Statistically, it sounds like they can hold up. So maybe this is the game where Noah Fafita, as talented as we know he is, can make it happen. It's possible if his defense is holding up. I think
Yeah.
so. We'll see. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't know their defense was that good.
I
So
don't know
that's
either.
they have played. They played K State and a couple other teams. So Hawaii. I know Hawaii isn't like an elite team, but they gonna challenge you because
Yeah.
they gonna throw the ball a lot. So, on to another Arizona school, Arizona State. They're playing another Utah school. Literally the two rivals of each other are playing opposite this week. But this is the late game, the for real Big 12 after dark, a little 9:15 kick. Arizona State versus Utah. And this is a really good game to be this late. Utah, they only have that one loss to Tech. Arizona State, they have only one loss as well, and it's to Mississippi State, right? So this is a massive game. This is like a playoff eliminator game in a sense in the Big 12. Obviously, we know the Big 12 is going to have a lot of parity. Teams are going to lose games and whatnot. But, I mean, really a big game for Utah. They already have a conference loss. Arizona State doesn't have one. I know they got the matchup with Tech coming up soon, but massive game for Utah. Massive game for them. So,
Um, I'm. I don't know. This ASU teams is definitely a weird one. They have like they look like a team that can go and compete and win the Big 12, and they look like a team that's just not that good. I think
mhm.
this will be a good game for them to kind of see where I think we'll get a better gauge of like who they actually are. They're going up against a great defense, so if they can put points on the board and stop them, and maybe make this game like they win this game, or they lose by say 3 points. Like if they make this game competitive, because even if they lose this game, they're not out of the Big 12 race by any means.
No, there's going to be a lot of parity. There's going to
Yeah,
be, I mean, you're going to have a team like Kansas who's going to knock people off. You're going to have Cincinnati who's looking sneaky.
yeah.
I mean, it's wide open.
So if you can like keep this game close or win the game, it's you have a very good chance like to win the Big 12 and for people to start giving you some nice recognition because right now the spread is 4.5 Utah. It's gonna be tough. It's
Hey,
not
man.
it's not easy to play there. So yeah, and it's gonna be raining. It looks like.
Well, it's also interesting too because I mean, Arizona State's rush defense is 8th in the country, and then Utah's rush offense is 9th in the country. So what's really going to give there? Same thing. Arizona State, they struggle to throw the ball. They're 89th in the country, and then Utah is 18th in pass defense in the country. But then Arizona State's rushing offense is good, 20th in the country, and then Utah's is average at 64th in the country. So this game's interesting. It's going to be really what's going to give really what offense can find those plays is what's going to happen. And then the problem is with Arizona State, man, they got to find someone else outside of Tyson, man. I know he's elite. I know he's a dog, but like they got to find some kind of other weapon outside of him. Last year you had Scotabo, you had him, you had Sam Levitt. They got to find. So there's got to be some other receiver that steps up that can help out. Because I mean, you're going to start playing stiffer competition. You're going to start playing some teams that are going to try to take away your best weapon. You're going to have to adjust and have other players step up. And Raleek Brown, he's having a good season so far, so I like for him to continue to do what he's doing. But yeah, man, I think if they don't have someone else step up, I just don't know how much longer they can do winning like the way they have been winning, because their games have been close. I mean, Baylor was close, TCU was close. I mean, I know they've beaten some good Big 12 teams. Like those are two of the upper echelon teams, I would say, in the conference. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough. And this is a team, Utah. I don't know if this is a team that has a different way of playing football. So the Arizona State's got to be ready to come with that.
It's gonna be some tough loving out there.
It ain't the TCU and Baylor defenses they played. It's gonna be a physical
loving
game. Yeah.
We got last but not least.
Last but not least.
To be honest with you,
we're gonna miss this game, unfortunately. But
ain't gonna be no unfortunately, man. To be honest with you, this might not be a good one.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it is.
Oh.
And the reason why is because I think Kirk Cinetti's team's better. I think he's gonna have them ready to play. I know it's a tough place to play. I'm not saying they're gonna win, but he's not being dumb, bro. He's not poking the bear. He's not saying nothing outlandish like he has in the past.
Google me, man.
He said some crazy stuff, and this isn't the coach you want. You don't want to say crazy stuff with Dan Lanning. You don't. I mean, that dude's gonna motivate his team. He's gonna get them fired up. He is nuts. I mean, Kenny Dillon. You could tell that Kenny coached under him. You can tell they're like the same person. But hey, I'm excited for this one. I think Indiana will show up. I think they're gonna play well. I don't know if they're gonna win, but the one thing about this man, Kirk Cinetti, this fool can coach, bro. And then in big time games, I mean, I know last year they lost to Ohio State. They just were outclassed talent wise. But I mean, even against Notre Dame, they put up a fight. But this year, they played a team. They weren't they're ranked behind them, and they blew them out. They smacked them. I know Illinois is in Indiana, but I just have faith that this guy just can coach and get his team prepared. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. That's just how I'm feeling with Indiana. I think they're pretty good. I don't know if they're not Oregon good, but hey, I mean, I don't know how good Oregon is now after that Penn State game. I mean, I know it was a big time win. I'm not going to discredit them beating them on the road in the whiteout, but man, when you lose to UCLA the following week, how good could you be? The man Nico looked crazy, bro. This man looked like a 99 overall against them boys.
Yeah, man, they're bound to win one of them.
Not that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think Oregon just looks better. They don't look as gettable as a lot of these other teams. I feel like them and Ohio State, they're clear two front runners, and people are like want to put them at number one. Because it's like everybody want to put Miami at number one, but then like just say Florida State does lose this weekend, like.
Yeah,
and then and then they beat Indiana this weekend, so it's just like, all right, like, come on now, like we know who the real number one is. So that's I don't know, man. I just feel like they got a good run defense. That they can probably let up a few big time plays, but I think they have a good run defense and a good rush defense as well, to where like it keeps that limited. And I think that offense is just too good for this defense. I mean, when you can throw up to a true freshman and know he's gonna go to get the ball, and then you have your other, receivers that you can, think and dunk off of to get yards, especially that tight end. It's hard to play, and then you have a running back who just runs through walls every time he gets the ball. So I don't know, man. This Oregon got something good going. This has the potential to be the year.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, yeah. I'm excited, man. Man, it's gonna be this could be the year for them, man. I've been high on Dante Moore. I mean, they've been saying he's gonna win the Heisman until Mateer comes back and puts it on display against that schedule he got coming up.
And if you don't, then he's not gonna win the Heisman. I already gave you the odds. What more do you want me to tell you? I already get Vegas. You know Vegas knows.
Mateer was the favorite to win the Heisman until he got hurt. I mean,
Vegas knows.
What a perfect spotlight to come back and just let everyone know you're still that guy this weekend. What a perfect storybook spot.
Even if he does, it's not saying much.
Well, shit. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
But not saying much.
I don't know, man. They were telling me y'all were the second Alabama. That's what they said online. Somebody posted an article. The Athletic.
Reading online, man. That's where all the trolls
hey, this is a national publisher saying y'all are the second Alabama.
Who said that?
You know what I mean? The Athletic said that. So
who are they?
That one of the biggest sports publishers in the country, man. I mean, hey, I'm just telling you, this is what they were putting this into the air. They were putting this into the ether, letting people know.
They had to get.
I heard Ari and Andy. I heard all these On3 people all year.
They got to get them clicks, man.
All year, just saying y'all were just gonna just run through everyone, win a natty, easy layup. I'm like,
they got to get them clicks, man.
All right, man. We gonna see. We'll see. And all Texas fans that were talking mess to me, they're pretty quiet this week. We'll see what happens after the game. But my phone was hot last year. You know, when we were hurt, when we were wounded, when we were all that stuff. I didn't get no sympathy. Like that receiver from Miami said, there ain't no sympathy in football. I seen that clip. I was like, oh yeah, Miami might be back. You got a true freshman saying that against Florida State. I know you saw that receiver from Florida State or from Miami that was scoring them touchdowns. That boy was hitting the war chant in the camera. I was like, okay, I like that. But yeah, man, thank you guys for listening. As always, me and Carlos are super excited for this weekend. It's gonna be a fun time with Carlos. We're gonna, we're try to get some content for you guys there. A little short form, little reaction videos. We'll throw something up on the story. Make sure you guys are following Opinionated Sports, man. It's been going crazy over there. The live streams with NFL is going crazy. We're gonna have a Thursday night game. I don't know if this will be out in time, but if you guys are watching this, we're gonna be streaming the Eagles and Giants game. So make sure you guys come to the chat, come holler at the boys. We'll be in there, watching the games and all that stuff. So yeah, man, it's been good, man. We're almost at 1,000 subs, so we can't thank you guys enough for believing in what we're doing and actually watching the content and feeling like you can follow and want to stay updated. So it's been awesome. Me and Carl has been working hard to get there. We're almost there, man.
Almost there. Bring us home, man.
Tell a friend, share a friend, send it to a friend, anything.
Make a new account.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, I know there's college football people out there who want to hear different takes, not from these national people. We're not the national people yet, but hey, I feel like we're just as good. I think we're just as good.
Yeah, man. I was early about Texas, man. Never hear a Texas fan like me. Tell you that much.
Carl sells it like it is. So if Carl thinks they're good, they might really be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Carl said they were good the last couple of years.
Yeah, and they were. But this year, I think they were going to be good.
So, yeah, hey, I mean, we'll see. This could be y'all's year. This could also be the year of growing pains, and then next year could be the year. But the problem is, that boy Sark said we've been building to this year.
Yeah, he did say that, man.
So that's why it's like.
But you got to say that, man.
Facts.
Got to keep the positives, especially as a coach.
Got to, brother.
Hey, man, your boys will be at Red River, man. It's gonna be a good weekend. May the best team win. You know how this rivalry gets. Anybody can win any given time. So.
Any given time, bro.
Although y'all are wearing white, so.
Hey, how we get down that white. You know how we get down.
Every team gets down in that white.
Nah, we really get down in that white though, for real.
Bro, the last 7 of 8 winners are right.
Yeah, and not like, we won 4 in a row. Like, not like us. Come on, we know how we get down that white. That Caleb Williams year, that CD year. Yeah. The Texas Fears Danny Stutzman year. Yeah, we know how we get down in that white.
Anyways.
Hey, I don't even talk like this, but it's rivalry weeks. I'm not even, and I haven't really said anything crazy. I've just been talking smack, but I haven't been like, "Oh, we finna beat y'all's ass." I haven't been saying none of that. I'm respectful. I haven't been saying that.
No, you're
Because
not.
I just know how it happened.
No, you're not respectful. You're just waiting until y'all win, and then that's when you know what I'm saying.
Nah.
All hell
I might
breaks
just say on to South Carolina. It's just another
you're
game,
not.
bro. They got bigger fish to fry, like they were telling me all last year.
I'm about to mute you on Twitter.
Bro, I haven't even said nothing. What are you talking
after the
about?
game.
Oh yeah, you might have to. I said you might have to meet me for 48 hours. I already told the group chat. If it happens, though, this is all hypothetical. I don't know. I'm gonna be nervous, bro. It's gonna be a tough one. Game's it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one.
All right, man. We'll catch y'all guys next time. Put your horns up high this weekend for me, man. Welcome.
Boomer.